here. Brez and Trudell handling the post-game locker room duties. The Lakers go to 2-4 in the bubble. Here's some good news. Offense had been struggling. LeBron set the tone, ignited it. He played great. The bench was awesome. They scored 54 points. Most threes made in the bubble so far by the Lakers with 12s. That's good news, right? But sometimes, James, you come up against a future Hall of Famer named T.J. Warren, and he just takes it to you. I joke about being a Hall of Famer, but the kid has been. If there was a bubble Hall of Fame,
it may not be a joke. Yeah. He keep playing like this.
He's in the bubble Hall of Fame already.
I don't think this is a fluke. T.J. Warren has arrived. He's, he was traded from Phoenix for cash.
Cash consideration.
That's cash, and he took that. He didn't like that, a little offended. But this brother can play, man. Cash money brother got busy. 18 points in the first quarter, Geeter. He didn't even score in the second quarter and still came out and 39 points in this game. He's someone to be reckoned with. And
15 and 22, James. 5 of 8 from 3.
Geeter, he does it under control. He and DeRozan remind me a lot of each other. DeRozan doesn't shoot the 3 as much, but that mid-range
gets
game,
to the spot.
Shot maker, knows how to bump you off of him. He's going to get his shot off. So I love this player, and he was the problem. And along with Oladipo also. But overall, the Lakers played hard. They just met a guy that was on fire and has been on fire since the bubble started.
Brogdon played great. Oladipo played great as well. I don't want to take anything away from those guys, but T.J. Warren's a story, so I want you to jump in a little bit. Our producer, Ryan, in my ear was like, I got to show you his numbers. They're insane. And he's right. 34.8 points per game in the bubble in 37 minutes.
Hey, listen, we was talking about prior to the bubble who was going to be the first to crack 50 points in the bubble. A lot of people said James Harden, LeBron James, Giannis. No one had T.J. Warren coming out and playing the way that he's playing. And look, you think about his past cash considerations. Look what he's averaging right here. Just close to 35 points, field goal percentage over 60, 3-point percentage over 55%. Like, that is astronomical numbers, but look, he's a certified scorer. He gets it done.
Yeah, we joke about the cash considerations, but when Phoenix traded him, that's literally what they traded him for. And he went on record saying, this stings a little bit. I thought I was part of their future. Sometimes, guys, it just takes the right situation, timing, and a young man can pop. And that is exactly what he's doing. We mentioned LeBron playing great, but I want to go to AD first, guys. And Karan, I want you to start. Listen, in the pregame show, we kind of talked about his up and down trend in the bubble. He's had those 2 amazing games, Clippers for 34, 42 against Gobert. But the other games, he's really struggled. Today, I mean, he's out there. He's 3 for 14. He's 0 for 4 from 3, 8 points. Are you concerned?
I'm not concerned because he's still got the 14 attempts. I would love to see that in his minutes, be somewhere to 20 plus every time he's out there, because he has to be that dominant force and try to impose his will on the game night in and night out in order for us to actually hoist up that trophy at the end of this season. But look, you're going to have nights like this, and the dominance of LeBron was there, and the others, they stepped in a major way, but he has to be better.
And I think saying are you concerned is probably the wrong way to put it, because we've talked a lot about it and we're not. But James, what you do see when you watch the games is where he's getting the basketball, and he's just not attacking like we're used to him seeing him attack since probably that game against Gobert. And obviously they've clinched, so maybe his eyes are on the playoffs. I don't know. What are you seeing?
Yeah, I don't think his eyes are necessarily on the playoffs. I know he knows that LeBron, the rest of the Lakers, they have to get ready. They have to gel. What I think is happening with AD is he's not recognizing how teams are guarding him now. They watched him play in New Orleans, watched him dominate. They know what his strengths are. When he faces up at that elbow and at the perimeter, they're sending guards to him. I don't know how many turnovers he had, but when he starts his moves, they're sending a secondary guy, and that's disrupting him. When they're doing that, that's when he has to recognize go in the post. Every time he went in the post tonight, he was successful. First play, spin in quick, got fouled. One other time, made a pass to Pope for a layup. Another time, kicked it to McGee for a layup. So he's got to recognize when he's being guarded that way, and he can no longer play as a perimeter player trying to ISO and face up.
I brought this up to you guys the other night when he only shot 4 free throws. And then I see tonight only 2. that just tells me he's playing a different game than we're used to. We're used to seeing him when he's in full attack mode, and he's, like you said, facing up, getting you in the lane, attacking, then hitting threes. Guys, he's shooting 10 to 14 free throws a game.
Yeah.
So if he's only shooting 2, what's that telling you?
Look, he's not being, assertive and being a surgeon out there from an offensive standpoint, and he's just kind of being casual and let the game come to him. And that's something that we saw earlier in the season where I think it was San Antonio when we opened up the season, and he was just like kind of loose out there, stretched out on the perimeter, getting away from the box. But as Big Game touched on, his first initial move, first possession, he got to the paint, got something early, put them on their heels and in a bad situation. So he can do that pretty much whenever he wants to because he's that special of a talent.
All right, let's get you to the highlights. Lakers taking on the Pacers. Caruso starting in place of Danny Green. LeBron James playing in this one after being out last game with a sore right groin. Here they come again. Brogdon gets past KCP for the baseline reverse. Lakers in need of a timeout. They're down 10-4 early. Those slow starts plaguing the Lakers in the bubble. LeBron, look off, set up AD, alley-oop. Lakers now down 10-8.
Popular play off the secondary break. AD trailing in over the top. No one stopping him from getting deep into the paint. LeBron knows that that lob is coming.
LeBron, he's going to get it going. He's only shooting like 43% in the bubble, averaging 19, so he decided to play offense. Tied up at 10. T.J. Warren takes advantage of the mismatch. Into the lane. Foul. Shows his physicality. Three-point play. T.J. now on fire. Back-to-back threes. He's got 18 in the first quarter. Lakers call timeout. They're down by 11. Just under a minute 30 left in the quarter. Doug McDermott. Dougie buckets. Misses a three. Jakar Sampson there for the putback slam over THT Karan. 13-0 run.
Yeah, that two-hand put, you can't get caught ball watching. You got to box out, find a body, and then pursue the basketball.
But LeBron and the bench, they're going to get it going there. Dudley into the paint. Great kick out to THT. Corner three ball is good. 34-24. Now LeBron, Dwight's in the game. He drives, good. 37-24. Defense to offense. Dwight, the block on T.J. McConnell. LeBron coast to coast spinning. Single digits. Big game. LeBron again.
Yeah, I mean, when he's going downhill, if you don't stop him, he's too strong and he's a shot maker inside. And there's some good defense by AD as the Lakers get out. Cook with the layup.
Yeah, AD pins it, controls it. Great outlet pass. Lakers down 5. Then LeBron, three ball good. Remember, the Lakers had hit just 7 threes in 2 games combined. Quinn Cook. 3 threes in the second quarter alone. More defense. Caruso. It's the miss. Quinn Cook in the corner. Got it. 46-42. You see KCP. That was a scary moment there.
I just actually saw that. Oh.
Yeah, stepped on that foot. Thank God it was just
Slow
the
to get
foot,
up.
not the ankle.
Yeah, Miles Turner landed on him. Quinn Cook, James, another 3.
Yeah, and they got it executing the offense. There's a pick and roll. AD was diving.
He
took the
trips.
defense with him. Cook was wide open. I like the way they had their spacing, and they were able to get some uncontested threes.
The AD a little wobbly there.
Cook was cooking.
Tip in. Kuzma cleans it up. Hand in the passing lane, broken up. Kuz, KCP. Lakers firing on all cylinders there in the second quarter. They outscore Indiana. Karan 35-20. That's a great quarter.
Yeah, it started with the defense, though.
They had 7 threes, 7-17. LeBron. With purpose, navigating, getting through the lane. But T.J. Warren, he's back at it.
That's a walking bucket right there. T.J. Warren catching it in stride. And he dumps it right in there from the 3.
People may have forgot that T.J. Warren was a bucket.
It's a walking bucket.
Oladipo. Good to see him back playing basketball, guys. 69-66, Indiana. Lakers call timeout. They come out.
There was an
Ball
example
movement.
right there, Gator.
Yep.
AD in the post. Spacing was good. Couple of passes. pump fake poke for the three. I like that.
Guess who's got the hot hand in the third after not scoring in the second? T.J. Warren.
That was a hell of a pass back inside.
Man. He's got 27 so far. But the Lakers are coming back. Kuz. Got it in the corner. Just over a minute, Karan. Nice to see the Lakers hitting some three balls today. The extra pass working. Dudley, THT, who had a nice game. Lakers down 3.
Look, I like the extra pass right there, and that's winning basketball. When you make plays like that, being unselfish and converting on the three-point shot.
Got to give the Pacers credit every time they had an answer. Oladipo, Brogdon, T.J. Warren.
Yeah, McMillan's got them playing well down there. They really move the ball well, and they're active ball club. 5
threes for Quinn Cook. Big game.
Yes, sir. We need that. I asked for it. I called for that play. Pre-game, give me some threes.
You did call that. LeBron, this is the fade. Dwight gave the Lakers tonight what he gave them the first 63 games.
I like what he did. He stayed out of foul trouble, didn't try to be too physical. Very effective in this game inside with the brute play.
Spinning is LeBron. Off the turnover, Karan. Lakers in transition. And you're feeling pretty good at this moment right here.
I really am. You know, whenever you have LeBron going downhill with a 2-on-1 situation, dumping it off to Kuz finishing for the easy 2, felt like we was headed in the right direction.
That possession right there, Pacers not going away. You know who's going to get it. It just doesn't matter what he throws up at this time. It's going in.
Well, you know, when you got a hot scorer like that, you have to be aware. A great comeback by the Lakers, but you have to be aware of this brother right here because
are you kidding
he's
me?
loading up. The trunk is loaded.
But you know what? Look at the bench of the Indiana Pacers.
Yes.
This is not something that's new. Like, this brother does this night in and night out in practice and clearly in the game.
Quinn Cook, extra pass, tied up at 100. LeBron to a cutting KCP, 1-point Laker lead. LeBron up 3, James.
Yes.
106-103.
Yes, you have to come and double him before he gets into that threat area.
Oladipo. And now the Pacers are back up by 1. LeBron's going to miss. AD gets in there, battles. It's a good sign.
Yeah, I like the fact that he just stayed with it. You know, even though he wasn't having the best offensive performance tonight, still found ways to try to get engaged.
That's T.J. Warren going at AD right there.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He knows he can bump off any defender, get to his spot just like that.
And he's shooting the Euro jumper.
It really is.
Yeah, we've never seen that before, have we?
Cook had a look at a tie there. Dagger.
Jakob. I hate to say it, but Jakob.
There's the bench.
Oh, that was tough. Still got a fighting chance right there. Huge play by LeBron.
Ball game. 4 in the bubble. They are still the #1 team in the Western Conference. They lose to the Pacers 116-111. T.J. Warren with 39 points on 15 of 22. He was 5 of 8 from 3. Malcolm Brogdon, 24 points. Victor Oladipo, 22. LeBron led the way for the Lakers with 31. Quinn Cook, he had 5 threes. He's now speaking with the media.
You guys lost the game, but you kind of got out of your three-point shooting slump as a team. What does it mean to kind of at least start hit some threes, unlike the previous 2 games as a team?
Man, I mean, that's basketball. It's a lot of averages. We all put time in our craft. We all, get to the gym early, stay late, our whole lives, especially this year. So it's a lot of averages. Had a couple tough shooting nights. Guys saw the ball going to the basket today. And, we never waver from our confidence, man. And all our coaches, all our leaders, LeBron AD's telling everybody to shoot. And, that's all you can ask for.
Quinn, how about you personally? You made 5 threes tonight, looked really comfortable out there. How's your stroke right now?
I'm good. Like I said, we all putting in work. We all take a lot of time, to get there early. Anytime we have practice, everybody's getting there early, being professionals, getting shots up, staying after, going hard. And like I said, it's a lot of averages. You got to trust your work, And for me, I always got to stay ready.
Quinn, how do you guys handle the next week or so as a team? Still got 2 more seeding games left. Obviously, they don't matter towards your seeding spot. You guys clinched the top record in the West. What do you do with still a little more than a week to go in playoffs? How do you guys handle that as far as team mindset?
Obviously, just keep building, our great habits. Being off for months, this is a unique scenario for everyone. So just still building our great habits. We're as talented as anybody. We have 2 of the best players in the world. So we're always going to be, right there. But obviously, for us, just keep building our great habits. We have 2, guys who just joined the team. So keep acclimating those guys. And everybody just, staying positive. And today was a good day.
Quinn, you, along with a lot of your teammates, you guys have a lot of playoff experience, a lot of championship experience. Does the context, the new experience that you're talking about with this, allow you to draw on that past experience, or is it just so different that you really can't use, the previous years?
Obviously it's a different time. Nobody, has been through this, so it's definitely different. But it's basketball. It's the NBA, and when you take away everything that's going on now, you still got to go out there and compete for 48, and definitely take our championship pedigree guys who've had success in the league, and also won championships, have gone deep in the playoffs. So definitely need that pedigree, definitely need that confidence going in, and that's what makes it so special. But this unique time has gotten everybody closer. Feels like a big AAU trip. We're all together all day, every day, and it translates on the court. And I think once we keep building, we'll be fine.
Here's the shot chart for Quinn Cook against the Indiana Pacers. 14 field goal attempts. He's 8 for 14, 5 of 9 from 3, 21 points. Guys, I want to talk Quinn Cook. I mean, this Laker bench, for me at least, they've been a bright spot. Again, here they are, scoring 54 points, getting the Lakers back in the game with LeBron and those 4 bench guys in that second quarter and outscoring the Pacers 35-20. Got to give them a lot of credit. A guy like Quinn Cook, it's not easy. He had 11 DMPs in the last 20 games the Lakers played. When he does come in, fans and everyone expect a lot. You expect him to hit big shots. Those take minutes. So when you're not shooting the ball confidently, Karan, you heard what he said. You got to keep doing the work because your opportunity is going to come, and you got to love seeing a guy like Quinn Cook come through tonight.
Well, he's been around, winning culture, and he's been around championship teams and been a part of that whole process. So he understands that you have to stay ready, and he's the ultimate professional, and that's exactly what he's continue to do throughout the course of this season, and that's why he was able to knock down shots in the moments.
And James, he was 5 of 9 from 3. He got that look to tie the game. Just shows the confidence his teammates have in him. He did not hit that, but one thing we've learned about him, you talk to the Warriors coaches, they've told us this, he's not afraid of those big moments. I'm okay with him taking that shot and missing. He's not afraid.
He keeps the faith. As long as you're putting in the work, sometimes it's not going to come when you want it to come in a game, but he keeps the faith. He knows what he can do. Very successful up in Golden State. So, he said it. It's different. In the bubble, yeah. It's taking people a little bit more time, but I think we're seeing him, get to where he wants to be. And I think his teammates have a lot of confidence in his game.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's going to do it every night in the playoffs, but there's going to be a playoff game where Quinn Cook does some big things. Lakers head coach Frank Vogel speaking with the media on a Zoom.
Hey, Frank. In many respects, one of your better games of the bubble, but you didn't close it out. And I guess what stood out to you about, in particular, AD's performance tonight?
Yeah, I thought he just didn't shoot the ball that well. They doubled him in the post. He found guys. We're getting better with our post spacing and the shot quality we're getting when we get doubled. So I think that's a positive. I thought he played really good defense, for most of the night. I thought he played well, just didn't shoot well.
Hey, Frank, you mentioned that you were going to still do some experimenting with lineups and such. How do you evaluate progress given that setting? And then also, what are you still looking for as you get closer to the playoffs?
Yeah, we're continuing to look at different guys. And tonight was Talon and Quinn Cook and Dud's turn to get some significant minutes. And I thought all 3 of those guys played really well. I thought our general feel and flow offensively was the best it's been in a few games. This stretch right here where we're basically playing elite defenses the first five games, and a unique defense with Houston if they're not ranked high. It's going to strengthen us. There's been some struggles that have been a little bit frustrating, but we're playing against great defenses. That's the best way to prepare and tighten up all your execution pieces. So really optimistic about how we looked offensively tonight and about the game overall.
Frank, do you want or hope to have more of a nailed down rotation at some point, or do you feel like that given what the roster is, you're still going to have some in and some out as the bench, even as the playoffs start?
Yeah, we'll continue to evaluate, and we'll continue to use the next two games to can look at different things. And I've got a good feel for what our playoff rotation is going to look like, but there's some wiggle room, and we're going to continue to evaluate.
Hey Frank, it's Bill. Wondering what do you still need to see from your non-LeBron lineups? What are you looking for most when he's off the floor?
Well, we got to get Kuz involved and AD involved. Usually those two guys are playing in a small ball lineup with Rondo is the lineup that's been really good for us. Obviously Doe's out, so we're looking at a lot of different ball handlers with that group, and continuing to evaluate. But we become a spread pick and roll team. We have matchups if we want to go inside to AD, and some of that stuff's been very effective for us.
Only 2 games remain, seeding games in the NBA restart. Up next for the Lakers, it's the Nuggets on Monday. Game time's at 6. Access Sportsnet Lakers get you started at 5. We will see you then. We got much more ahead. The Lakers lost their 3rd straight.
3 passes to a wide open 3 ball by THT. That was beautiful.
Talk about unselfish play. Most guys would have gone for the layup. Dudley had a clear layup, but he recognized the importance of getting Cook involved and needing a 3. So smart play by Dudley there.
How many times have we seen that bounce pass from on top of the head?
It was exactly where he was. Wow.
Let's go back to Orlando. Alex Caruso is speaking with Mike Bresnahan.
You guys did not get the win tonight, but do you feel like the offense kind of took some steps forward, including making some threes? Not the greatest percentage at 33%, but you made 13 of them as a team tonight.
Well, that's the highest we've shot since we've been here. So, yeah, it was a good day for 3. We're just starting to play, I think, a little more freely together. I think we've been relying a little too much on AD's post-ups in our second unit and trying to just force feed them the ball. And it hasn't led to great shots for us because people have been able to just kind of pack the paint, and then we're stuck with low clock, tough guarded, like mid-range shots with AD's capable of making. But, it's easier for us to kind of hop the ball around and then find him through the flow of the offense. So I think we got back to doing that a little bit. But yeah, man, still just turning the corner. We're getting there. Obviously, I'd like to be playing a lot better right now. But we still got 2 more games, and then obviously with the adrenaline and the focus of the playoffs, I think we'll be ready.
When you see a game like LeBron had tonight, do you say, okay, it's still over a week before playoffs begin, but he's starting to turn it up a little bit, especially after missing the previous game?
Yeah, for sure. I think he's just kind of gearing himself up. He's starting to get a little more aggressive. Even with you saying, he played a good game, he still missed routine shots that he makes. I missed a couple routine layups, some open shots. JaVale missed a couple dunks. Like we're missing shots that we normally make. So I don't put too much weight into it. Just as a player, we have such a big resume to kind of work off of from this year that it's not a panic or hit a button and try to find some new excuse or new formula. It's just kind of getting back to what we're doing, and I think like you said, we did that a little bit today.
I don't think any of us are surprised that when the Lakers were struggling offensively coming into this game in the bubble, it was LeBron that kind of got them going. You could just tell he had that mindset coming in where he was going to attack Karan. Break it down a little bit with the 360.
Well, I thought he did an excellent job of just showing that type of leadership, and he consistently does that throughout the course of his career, and that's why he's so great. As you see right here, JaVale McGee is going to come to set the screen and get out the way rather quickly And that's what you need, because now he has the real estate to, go over a smaller Brogdon in that situation and use the glass. And then once again, Dwight Howard, excellent block. This is where we know LeBron is great at. In transition, you see the two defenders. Kyle Kuzma is huge in this play because he keeps the momentum, continues to run. That's LeBron over Holiday. Little stab by Brogdon. Not enough. A lot of mosquitoes in Florida. And then you're going to see LeBron again call for the pick by Cook. I love what Cook does there because he sets the screen and actually get a body on Brogdon. And then Brogdon is trying to recover, and then LeBron gets the necessary airspace to get an easy, comfortable three-point shot opportunity. And then here you go again. Look at the four defenders around him. JaVale McGee is going to dive and then go into the defender and Miles Turner to get him away from LeBron, and then LeBron got a clear path, for an easy two.
Yeah, I wonder if LeBron took a note out of CP3's book, because CP3 keeps his dribble alive in traffic. And LeBron does a good job of doing that. They come to collapse on him. He keeps his dribble alive. He looks them away, and then before you know it, he makes his way to the basket. That's hard to do in traffic. So, you got to give him credit for being patient, waiting to see what's happening, and then exploding to the bucket. That's a tough move to make.
Yeah, we're going to hear from LeBron here in just a few moments. I don't know if there's anybody in the league, and we've said this for years. Kobe was the same way. MJ was the same way. All the greats that have their finger on the pulse of what a team needs. And you can see it from the get-go. LeBron, whether he's hearing what people are talking, whatever, he knows what his team needs, and he's going to do that. Yeah. He's going to give you the offense that night.
Yeah, absolutely. He gets it. He understands it. He knows the pulse of his team, because that's true leadership.
Yeah.
And you see him in transition. He see, my team's needs something on the defensive end of the floor. He's going to insert himself and do something where now he raised the standards and the bar on that end of the floor. And also, when you need points, he's going to impose his will on the game, get into the paint, draw fouls, get them in the bonus. He's been doing that for a long, long time, and now it's time for other guys to pick up.
All right, let's go to LeBron now. He's speaking with the media.
Hey, LeBron, you've mentioned several times, right, that the experience, that there just isn't any, as nobody's been in a bubble situation like this. How close do you feel like you guys are getting?
LeBron, pretty simple question. It was your best game of the bubble and AD's worst. How do you assess if you could replicate stuff from this to a week from now when it's actually the playoffs?
I don't understand your question.
Do you just kind of throw it in the wash, the fact that you played really well, AD played not really well, so you can kind of throw that out? And then what beyond that can you take that would be positive signs for if this was a playoff game?
There's no way you can say that if it was a playoff game. If it was a fifth, we all be drunk. At the end of the day, you go out and you play the game, and we wanted to get better today. I feel like we did. TJ Warren, made some big shots down the stretch with 7 straight. And even with AD struggles, we put ourselves in a position to still win a ball game. And that's what the team is all about. Quinn came in and was great for us off the bench, along with Taylor and Duds. And our whole bench, Dwight was a monster on both ends. So we play Lakers basketball tonight, and win, lose, or draw. When we do that, we're going to give ourselves a good chance to be very successful in the win column.
Hey, LeBron, what have been the ways that you think you guys can get better as a team when defenses are throwing those doubles at AD and he's having to step out and read them? Where are the areas that you guys as a team can progress there?
It's all about spacing. It's actually a luxury for our team when AD gets double, because you have the numbers. We have a 4-on-3 on the backside, but we have to have great spacing to put ourselves in position to be successful. There's going to be somebody open. So there's times where we're great with our spacings. There's times where we're not as great with our spacing. So we have to be able to give AD an outlet because there's 2 on the ball. So we definitely have the numbers game on the weak side. We just have to make ourselves available.
Hey, do things change at all for you on the offensive end when it's different guys that are in the back end of the rotation as opposed to something that's more consistent? Is there anything that you can do to solidify that as you move forward?
For me personally, I think I'm just getting more and more comfortable with playing in an empty gym. And also, just having the backdrop here is a lot different from playing in a high school gym or in a college arena when you kind of like play in the summertime or whatever the case may be. very dark, extremely dark, and it's literally you can hear a feather hit the ground. So I think I'm just getting more and more comfortable personally with my game playing here in the bubble. So, who's ever out on the floor, I just try to read and react, make myself available offensively, looking for my shot, but always looking for my pass and for my teammates, and just playing the game the right way.
Hey, LeBron, do you feel like you're still building towards something either physically or in terms of rhythm? Are you there? And then I'm curious how you looked at the game 2 nights ago when you were out. Was that sort of your last sort of recharge before hitting the ground running now through the playoffs?
My rhythm is getting better and better, like I just stated on the last question. I feel my legs are continuing to get up underneath me. My shot is starting to feel, a lot better. My touch around the rim. Even though tonight I still had a couple that I'm so accustomed to making a couple layups, but finishing with contact. Getting into the paint, making passes on time, on target, my ball handling. I've done a great job of not turning the ball over for as much I've been, initiating the offense. So those are all good positive things, not only for myself, but for our team. Just got to continue to work that.
Halgoon?
The other night we were here, you said you were still adjusting some things that you didn't really want to get into. Is the empty gym aspect, the sort of playing without fans, the backdrop, is that part of that you were still adjusting?
No, that was not what I was talking about the other night. But that, something today. But that's not what I was referring to. But like I said, I am getting more and more used to being out there. It's a very weird dynamic. It's a very weird dynamic. I haven't played in an empty gym in a very, very long time. For me personally, it's been a very long time since no one was watching me play the game. So, just trying to find that rhythm and just lock in. This is great. You have to love basketball. You have to really love basketball to be here, because there's no extra motivation, as far as that you get, or the excitement from the crowd and things of that nature. You have to really love the game and love the work, and be able to lock in on your craft. And it's something that I actually love. It's pretty cool.
Last couple questions. Tanya Ganguly, do you remember when the last time was that you played?
Like a real game that was, no. It's been a very, very long time. The gyms were not as packed my freshman year. I was starting to make a name for myself, but the gyms was not as packed. But as far as empty, I don't think I've ever played in an empty gym that really counted.
Joe Garden.
We talked about you and your rhythm, but Frank's running in a bunch of new guys tonight. You and AD have kind of been trading off, and who plays well, who doesn't, and it is almost go time. Are you concerned about being on the same page when the lights really come on, or do you feel like you're close? Like, we're as a team, how do you feel about all that?
Like I stated, I don't know if the last game I played or before, and this is a different situation than any situation I've been in. So it's kind of hard to say, okay, well, the playoffs is right around the corner. This is where we're going to be. We're literally we're in a bubble. This is not. It's kind of hard to explain, and obviously you want to be playing great basketball going into the playoffs. That's exactly what you should be doing and what you want to do. And tonight I feel like we got better from the Houston game and the OKC game. I think we played some good basketball in the Houston game. They just made a lot of shots, and we were not able to make any shots. But I think tonight we finally seen the ball go through the hole from the outside, and and we defended once again. Like I said, TJ made some big shots down the stretch. Oladipo made some big shots on Brogdon as well. But defensively, we were very in tune. So I like where we are today from where we were in the OKC game.
Okay, last question, Melissa Rowland.
LeBron, you were talking about how different everything feels now in the bubble. I'm curious if this has allowed you to sort of grow your relationship with the game in a different way than maybe you had before, since you're so used to playing in front of raucous crowds all the time.
No. I mean, to be honest, I definitely love playing in front of the fans, and the fans is what make the game Without the fans, I wouldn't be who I am today. You know, to all the fans out there that have ever come watch me play, I miss you guys, and you know, I hope that someday we can get back to that interaction. It's just something that it brings to the excitement of the game when you're there, either playing on the road or at home, or you know, obviously, you know, it goes without saying. But for me, as far as the love of the game, that it doesn't matter who's in the stands. It doesn't matter what's going on. My love of the game, once I step on the floor, becomes just like a sanctuary for me. So I'm able to lock in once that ball is tipped up. But you know, definitely miss our fans. You know, definitely miss obviously being in Staples Center with our fans, being on the road, going against fans that boo me. You know, going to other games and things like that, going to watch my son play and seeing the fans there. The fans are missed. And, you know, I hope that someday, like I said, the pandemic and, you know, the COVID can get, you know, under wraps, and we can take all the precautions that's needed, and we can get it figured out in America where we can get our fans back into arenas and stadiums and gyms and things of that nature, because I think it's just huge for sports.
More to come on Axe.
For AD, they also look for a full court pass to him sometime, that over the top lob.
Rob said that's his play.
Great connection.
Trailing.
Nice little floater up.
Yeah. You see the little look off, though, to the corner?
That's how I be looking you off and just throwing it to you, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Anthony Davis made just 3 for 14 from the field. He's now speaking with Mike.
Hey, Anthony, what are the things that you need to do, whether it's individually or just as a team, as the double teams are coming? You've dealt with them well at times throughout the year. Tonight, it seemed like it was more of a struggle. What are the things that you're looking for on that end of the floor?
I don't think it was a struggle tonight. I mean, I think I made some great plays, some great passes out of the double team. You know, we made shots today, everyone except myself. I think I just had to be better individually. You know, my performance is not going to help the team win over the last 3. So it's just, you know, got to get myself back on, get back in the rhythm, and, you know, try and do my part to help the team win. But I think on that end, you know, when the double team is coming, I think we're making some right reads. You know, we still, you know, kind of mess up on the spacing a little bit, you know, when the double team comes. But I think for the most part, you know, we've done a great job, you know, LeBron and myself, to kind of beat those double teams and find guys.
Some of those shots started to fall tonight, whether it was Quinn Cook or other guys from the perimeter. How close do you think you guys are getting as you approach the playoffs in whatever it is, 8 to 10 days? How close to that rhythm do you think you guys are getting?
I think we're close. I mean, we took steps in the right direction tonight. We've seen shots fall from the perimeter, which we haven't seen since we've been here. You know, guys had great looks and just missed. So I think, you know, the more and more we play, the more and more, you know, we should take the shots with confidence. We'll be fine.
Hey, Anthony, it's Bill with The Athletic. You guys are at the point now in this situation where you're kind of playing with house money with the 1 seed locked up. Frank's playing different rotations, different guys each night. How confident are you that when the playoffs do get here, you guys will be able to lock in and be that team you have been at your height when it is a playoff rotation and it's just a playoff rotation?
I think you know, coaches constantly figure out the lineups. You know, adding Dion and JR back, just trying to, you know, get guys back in the swing of things. But I think we'll be fine. I mean, like I said, I think we took steps in the right direction tonight. You know, as far as the offensive end, you know, defensively, you know, TJ's been, you know, lighting the entire bubble up. He made some tough shots, you know, towards the end. You know, but I think, you know, our defense is there, our effort is there. And, you know, tonight we showed signs of getting back to who we are offensively.
Anthony, it's Dave. We're not used to seeing you play, at least offensively, the way you did tonight. Is there any explanation you can point to? Are your legs starting to get tired from, you know, playing this amount of basketball over the last couple of weeks after not playing as much? Or was it just, you know, touch wasn't there? Like, can you put your finger on what went wrong for you tonight? And then is there a responsibility that you feel in terms of this team can only go as far as, you know, you can lead them?
Yeah. You know, it is on me. I mean, I obviously have to be better. You know, I had some good looks tonight, just missed. Some shots around the rim, you know, layup that I missed, open threes, missed. Open mid-range shot, the shot's just not going in. You know, I'm still confident in my game, confident on the offensive end, you know. But at the same time, you know, when the double teams come out, I'm trying to make the right reads. You know, sometimes, you know, that read might be, you know, go to the basket or shoot over two or whatever, or it might be kickouts. So, but, you know, I definitely have to be better, and I will be, you know, but I just got to get back in the rhythm and, you know, just keep working. You know, I work on my game every day. I'm not, you know, totally disappointed in myself because I know the work is there. More so disappointed just on the, especially tonight, the open shots that I had, and knowing that those shots usually go in. You know, just gotta keep going.
Straight ahead on Access, Quinn Cook was a big spark.